You see it? You
I
see
don't-
it?
Oh, wait. I don't see it. You don't look like a bald baby.
I do. My
You
hair
don't.
is back. I have blonde hair.
I look bald sometimes, but I see that. But not bald because we have thin hair, but not like a bald baby.
My face is so smooth and young.
Okay, you don't look like a bald baby. If your mom was listening to this, you're like, oh, what? Bald baby?
He took the worst photo of me the other day. It's awful.
Did he delete it?
Sent it to people on Snapchat.
Oh, no!
His friend was like legendary.
God. I mean, do they all know? Everyone knows it's a bad photo? Like, it wasn't.
I hope so.
Great.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
That's so funny.
So bad. Oh, so too.
Welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast.
I'm Mariana, and I created this podcast.
I'm Shannon, and this is my idea, actually.
And this is Shannon, my mother.
What?
I let her come out here every once in a while.
Oh my God. This is my idea, my dream. You've graciously made a reality.
You're welcome.
Be careful what you dream for, kids. Really be careful.
Yeah.
So how has your week been, bald baby?
Oh my God. I saw the newest Final Destination movie.
Oh, how was it?
It was so good, but very hard to watch it sometimes. I had to look away, but I also couldn't stop looking, you know, when they kill off some of them.
Oh, yeah.
And so I don't know if I remember the rest of them like being that gory, or if it's just like the effects, like the sound and like the quality of like it's just they show more now. It's just better.
Yeah.
It's probably just that.
Probably.
But yeah, but it was really good.
Well, I have to see. I can't wait. I don't know.
I'd watch it again with you.
I thought we started rewatching them when we didn't see
I
the
don't think
third
we
one.
Finished them. No, I think we saw the third. I think we did 4.
Okay.
Because then we didn't get to 5, which is actually prequel, and I know we did not see that one.
Okay.
Because like, so the first one's the plane.
Mm-hmm.
The second one's the logs and like the truck. And then the third one's the roller coaster. I know we watched that.
Oh, yeah.
Though I can't remember the fourth one, so maybe we only did get the first 3.
Maybe
Gotta
it was
watch
just
them
the first
again.
3. I thought we only watched the first 2, but I think you're right.
Let's watch them all.
Okay.
And then I'll watch the last one with you.
I love their advertising, putting it on the back of log rolling trucks. I mean, you have to have a sense of humor.
Yeah. So that's a fear of mine where I'll move. I won't stay behind like one of those trucks. And then they also had like all of my fears in this last one is like the lawnmower. I have a fear of the lawnmower. Like, you know.
Is that why you won't mow for me?
Yes. And then glass and like your drink. That's a fear of mine.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just always been one, or like when I was working like as a server, because like, you know, sometimes mistakes happen, you break glasses, but they're near other glasses. So you have to make sure you don't get any glass in there. But yeah.
Yeah,
Always
that's
been a
also,
fear.
I think it's a normal fear, isn't it?
Well, because I went with Lucas, he's like, oh, I have new fears. Like, new? These have always been my fears.
Welcome to the world of anxiety, son. Yeah, they've always been my fear. You know, I always had a fear, like as a child, that my mom was going to poison me with food.
That's a weird one. I never had that one.
I remember like I'd eat something. It's been I'd be like, Mom, it's 2 days old. Is this still good?
Oh
Is
my
this
God.
safe? I don't like. It's so
This
dumb.
sanitary.
Is this
Just like
sanitary?
the elephant in Tarzan.
Yes. I was the elephant in Tarzan as a child. I had weird anxieties, even though I was a kid and should not have had them.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'd get it if I was like food poisoned and went in the hospital or something, but I wasn't.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I never had that fear.
So if you get a weird little kid, it's like, is this sanitary? Just I'm like, great, I'm raising my mother. So I hope I didn't give you any of those anxieties. But I never talked about glass being in anything.
I thought that's a normal fear to have.
I've had it too, but I don't necessarily know that I'm normal.
It's true.
Don't base it on me.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Oh, then we had this shower, Amanda's wedding shower.
Her bridal shower.
Yeah, that's so nice.
I can't believe she's getting married.
Little baby girl getting married.
I know.
Now, if her hair is pulled like this, she look like a bald baby?
No, because her hair's dark.
Yeah.
So you can tell that she has hair. I'm blonde and very light.
And I think it's thicker.
Yeah.
She has
I've got
thicker
thin
hair. We have thin hair. Yeah. We don't have grandma's hair.
No.
My mom has the thickest
thick
hair
hair.
ever. Like, it's so thick. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, my week is pretty busy. I don't know. I've been like reading a lot or listening to books a lot. So I'm almost done with Fourth Wing, the first book. And so I kind of have to go with a story so you would understand what I'm going to say next. So my friend used to be married to this gentleman, and when our kids were young, he would sometimes just sit on the couch and read, and she'd have to tell him, "You need to engage. You need to engage too. Hello. Hello, I'm here. We're having a podcast.
Yeah.
Focus." So like, she'd have to tell him to engage. So she hated when he was reading because he'd be reading in the living room with little kids running around, beating each other up. And she'd be like, "Hello." So she always would be complaining like, "Oh, he'd read these dragon fucker books." So today, like, she's in my book club. She picked the book this month, and I was like, "Hey, I'm almost done with my dragon fucker book. What is yours?"
That makes it sound so wrong. Like a different kind of book.
I don't know. I kind of like dragon fucker books now.
There's probably books out there where that's actually happening.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. Okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to
There's
actually
one
have sex with a
about
dragon.
A pillow, a dinosaur.
Okay. Yeah, no. I like.
An ant, a spider.
So this is all joking. Okay, you're taking it way too literal.
Because there's books like that.
Well, now you're weirding me out. I don't want to be all literal and weird.
I haven't read those books. I've just heard about them.
Okay, you were oddly specific over there.
They're oddly specific.
So I'm pretty sure you might have read one or two of those books. I'm gonna not ever touch your pillows, apparently, but
Ew.
we'll move on from that. Hold on, I still haven't finished our third Akadar book, so I can only read one fantasy book at a time, because then I was getting confused.
Yeah, because I feel like those two books have all, like, the weird names, where they kind of
Yeah.
I feel like I don't always pronounce the names. It's like, the one starts with an A.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't really, it's hard to keep track of too much world building.
All I know is something happens to Adarna. I don't even know if I ever, I say the words in my head for all these fantasy books. I know I'm not saying the names right. I know I'm not saying anything. Like, Rysen is actually Rhysand.
I don't like that. I like Rysen better.
If a guy was sitting in front of me, I'd like to call him like, "Hey, Rye." But Ree just doesn't sound right.
No, I like Rye better.
I like Rye. So like, Adarna, is that the cute little
I don't know. Yeah, talking to the wrong person.
dragon? What do you mean? You just read the fourth book?
No, also, there's only 3 books out right now. I did not read the third one because I felt like I needed to reread the first two, but I haven't had time to reread the first 2, so it's kind of sitting on the shelf. I also heard it's not that great. So I'm waiting for the 4th one to come out, and then I'll just read them all at once.
Well, I kind of heard, the ending's really good, but it's like a filler book.
Yeah.
So you don't want to spend the time, but there's
But I also heard it's going to be another, 2 years before the next one comes out, so I'm going to have to reread the whole series again.
No, I think it's next June. I think one year. You think 2 years?
I think it's going to be 2 years.
And she's working on a film, though. She's going to be part of working on either the film or the series or something.
They stopped that.
They stopped it?
I don't know. I thought I saw somewhere that they weren't making it anymore.
I heard that, too, but then I heard that she's meeting with people.
Oh, I don't know. I think they post too much nowadays about casting, and then you get all this negative feedback from some people, and then they change and switch things up. Where I feel like they should not do that, because the negative people are going to be more loud than the actual people that like it.
That's true. What's wrong? Wait.
Can you turn down my headphones? I don't need to hear you breathing.
Okay, I just sniffled because I think Anthony got me sick.
He just came over here sounding terrible.
He sounded so bad. This one?
Yes.
Is this better?
Oh, that's way better.
Can I hear you?
You didn't touch your headphones. My gosh.
Just making sure the world can hear you still. Because if you're not listening, you don't know.
Okay. Anyways.
So Anthony was so sick, so it was so annoying. We're not ready for that yet.
What? I can't talk about me stuff?
Oh, you have stuff?
A brand new book in just before the special edition.
Ooh. So what's it called?
Remnants of Filth. This is the 7th book in the series.
Wow, so you read 7, and is it that good?
It's really good. Yeah.
What's it about?
It's very hard to explain. So it's set back in I don't know, ancient like China, but like the cultivator world kind of thing. So like some books like have like more history in it. Like they take some like history from China and then because it's a Chinese book. Mm-hmm. So like some of it like I don't know a lot of the history. So there's like the cultivation thing in there. It's very good. And then what's really nice about these books is they have like footnotes. Mm-hmm. So it'll pull out like words like terms of like I'm not gonna pronounce it right, but it's like GG. It's like a GEGE. Definitely not how you pronounce it.
Okay.
It's like a term of endearment for like a brother. So like they pull out those words and everything, so you can look them up. Mm-hmm. And like in the back, there's a whole glossary and everything, which is really good. So that's cool. And they have like amazing art. But so what I had thought of that was happening, I think a while ago, but a lot of these Danmei authors were arrested in recent months, most of them young women in their 20s.
Oh my gosh.
And the police go out of their way to carry out the arrest, crossing other provinces to locate these authors because they want to get money for finding them for publishing pornographic content. Because, you know, the censorship is a huge thing in China.
I mean, is it very spicy?
And well, you're not supposed to really only anyways, but it's Danmei, which is Chinese BL. So it's about two guys.
Okay.
Which they also write under like pseudonyms. Like this author for Remnants of Filth her name is Meat Bun Doesn't Eat Meat, I think is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they don't pay the fine, they could be sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Wow.
Which is more than some people go for rape.
Seriously?
Yeah.
If you break China's censorship laws?
If you break their censorship laws and don't pay the fines, yeah.
That is
Isn't that
ridiculous.
kind of insane?
It's completely insane.
Yep.
I'm angry. Let's go to China and protest.
Yeah, there's a rumor one of my favorite authors who wrote, was it The Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, which was made into a show, The Untamed, where they took out like any of the romance. It was just more like a bromance.
Oh, okay.
Like underlying, you could tell. I think only if you read the books.
Yeah.
So that's like was on Netflix, and apparently it was rumored that she went to prison while that was being made.
That's terrible.
Yeah. But then another one of her series, Heaven's Official Blessing, had a Netflix animation going on, but they never finished it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because of all the censorship laws and stuff?
I know, like, they had problems with, like, keeping voice actors. I don't know.
Well, yeah, if you're getting threatened for fines and stuff,
yeah,
it's not really...
they take all that out for, like, the shows and everything, but still, the original content.
Yeah. I'm actually still really surprised that they made that one movie that we both liked. What is it? The plane crash to go into North Korea.
That is a Korean drama.
Yeah.
And... Crash Landing on You.
Yes, like I'm still surprised.
Because I was talking about North Korea, but they never really showed North Korea like in a bad light.
No, they showed like maybe poor. They didn't talk bad.
Yeah. But like what shocked me in that movie is like how long like the guys are enlisted for. If like it's true to like the show, it was 10 years that they at 18 and like
you're never allowed to go home.
Yeah, and there's like this young kid that wouldn't see his family.
I know, that one made me sad. It's a really good movie.
It was a show.
A show, I mean.
Really good.
Really.
Crash Landing on You.
I highly recommend it. Is it dubbed or did we read subtitles? I don't remember.
We read subtitles. But, like, they still made it where, like, the main character, like, he still, like, he loved his country and, like, you know, his home.
Yes.
His father was in the military. He had a military career.
Still, I'm still surprised that more didn't come out of that one, too.
Yeah.
Are they, because they're stricter than China with the censorship, right?
Korea?
North Korea, yeah.
Well, it's not a North Korean show. It's a South Korean show.
Right, but they're talking about North Korea. Like, they get upset about that.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Okay.
Obviously, no one in North Korea is watching it.
Oh, yeah. Good point. yeah, that's true.
But they were upset about that one movie that we made, right?
Yes. Yeah. But that was because they're
bad.
talking about Kim Jong-un, and that's why.
And very negatively.
In a negative way. So that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. No, I mean, China, I'd like to go to China.
I'd love to go visit China.
I'm scared a little.
Oh, don't be. You're not doing anything bad. Just be respectful of their culture, and you'll be fine.
Right, but I do something dumb and I'm not respectful.
And then they'll just like, oh, the dumb American over there doesn't know any better.
I mean, I would never be rude or disrespectful on purpose. You just might get some weird looks, like stupid American.
Yeah.
Though I'm not a huge seafood person, so I was told by someone that went to China,
love it.
what she did, she actually likes seafood, but she just doesn't like a lot of different seafoods. And they would have seafood like with their breakfast. It's normal.
Sounds great.
So she said what she did for her hotel and in her bag, she had a lot of crackers and peanut butter because peanut butter coats your stomach, and then she'd be,
Yeah, that's on my bucket list. I want to go to China, Japan, Thailand. What else do I want to go to?
Can you please
Iceland.
clarify why you want to go to Thailand? Because Thailand's known for some bad things.
They have elephant sanctuaries.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
And it looks beautiful. And I've heard the food's really good. And it's just beautiful there.
And cost-wise, it's not that bad.
Yes, I heard you can do really cheap like vacations there.
And beautiful place. I'd love to like work the elephant sanctuary. You have a little miso
I'm not
in
going
there.
there for the bad things.
It's like, yeah. Oh, I just need to say because whenever you say it has a bad stigma now when you say Thailand. I want to go to Thailand.
There's beautiful things that come from
There.
Thailand.
I'd like to go to India too.
Yes, that too. So many places I want to see.
I love like India, like true Indian like weddings and
So
stuff. It's
beautiful.
so pretty, and the henna and just the dresses that they wear. It's gorgeous.
It really
I really
is.
love it. Okay, maybe I should have changed my profile on my dating sites to India so I can meet an Indian man.
That seems wrong.
Well, some people do it like for England, even though they live here. You
That's
set your
weird.
profile to meet somebody from England.
We still haven't been there. I want to go there. I'd
do
also love to go back to Ireland. I love Ireland.
I know, but there's just so many places. It's a big world, and we're poor.
I also really want to go to Montana, and that's in the States.
That is in the States.
To go to the
Actually,
national park.
I'd like to spend like a few
In the
days
redwoods
and go to the redwoods and,
Yeah.
and then do a wine train, like do the wine trails.
See, there's so much I even want to do here.
I told you, I have an idea for you. You should do the
a
whole
weekend
TikTok
in
trend. You
Paris?
should do a weekend in Paris. You just take one day off of work, so you leave Thursday. You can do this for under $1,000 a person.
Leave Thursday night, right?
Leave Thursday night. You fly in, so you'll be Friday morning. You only need to pay for hotel Friday night, and then you just because then you leave again Saturday night. So
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. The worst thing would be the plane tickets, I'm sure.
yeah, and then you'll be exhausted. But you're in Paris. You go see everything.
What did you do this last weekend? Oh, I went to Paris.
See, that's such a bougie
I
thing to
spent
do.
the weekend in Paris. That sounds like something a rich person says.
It really is, but you're not. But yeah.
Yeah. Spent my weekend in Paris.
So I really think you could go see a bunch of things that you want to see in
Yeah, you
Paris.
have your list. You get a hotel
Yeah.
near where you want to see all your things. I want to go to the Louvre. See the Eiffel Tower.
Yep.
Heard it's not that great, but
Yeah, no.
but I mean it's a touristy thing. You're in Paris, gotta go.
You have to, yeah.
I think that's it. Eat some food.
Eat a baguette, has some macarons.
croissant.
Or macarons, right? It's the macarons you really like.
I don't
we like
know.
macaroons
They all
too.
sounded very good. I don't remember which one means which thing.
I think we like the macarons. I've only
They're
liked
spelled
a couple.
the same way. I
They're
don't
pronounced similar, the
understand.
same, I think. I thought they were both called macaroons until we were corrected. So.
I know, but I just felt like I couldn't even ask.
I don't know, cappuccino in France.
Cappuccino.
I love their.
I'm gonna spend the weekend in Paris.
See, you could. You just
In
need a
Paris.
small carry-on. It's really doable.
It really is.
So, yeah, has to be see if you and Lucas can travel together and be tired and cranky and still have a good time. That's a
Gosh.
relationship test.
I think we gotta wait a while for that one.
He hasn't seen hangry or overly tired you yet, has he?
No, he has not. You see how he always brings me coffee?
He's like, we'll keep her caffeinated and happy.
Yeah.
His first thing, I bet that'd be the first stop. You find a cafe.
Yeah.
As soon as you're in France.
He'd
you
keep
just
me caffeinated.
Get her caffeine. But then if she has too much coffee, you gotta be careful because then you get cranky because then your stomach gets weird. You don't feel
Yes.
good. Then you get her a
Gotta
baguette.
get the right balance.
Get her a croissant or something. She'll
Once
be
I'm on
fine.
my second coffee, I'm gonna need a little bit of food.
Yes. Get some French butter on a croissant. And,
That sounds so good.
It does sound good. And in the evening, drink some French wine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It sounds like I want to do that now. I just feel like I'd be tired, but I think if you're young, I think you definitely should do that.
Yeah.
I'm more of a weekend trip somewhere a little closer, not an overnight trip.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I had something. Oh,
News with Shannon.
not yet.
Oh.
I wanted to say I'm so jealous of a few of my coworkers. Do you know why?
Why?
Guess. You have no
what?
idea. Okay.
What?
So-
Give me a starting point. They're going on vacation. They make more money. They got a better office.
Maybe. No. So Hallmark, I love Hallmark movies.
Are they going to be in one?
Yes!
What?
So Hallmark's doing, and I saw this and I ignored it, and I should have signed up for a casting call.
You didn't do a Hallmark casting call?
It was on the back of my mind. I was busy crafting.
What? That's more important.
So, yeah. So they're doing a Hallmark movie in Buffalo, featured around the Buffalo Bills, and so
wait,
a couple like a love story how they did the Kansas City Chiefs, and now they're doing one with the Buffalo Bills.
I didn't see that one.
Everything's like Go Bills and Bills Mafia, and so that's what the Bills team is called if you're not from Buffalo, and they're going to be in the movie. So the one girl, Jody, she's going to be at the Buffalo Bills Stadium as a fan. But she might get a close-up. You never know.
You never know.
But they're looking for all around Buffalo for casting
of
calls.
Other people in the stadium.
But they're not filling it with like 60,000 a home. Oh no, it's 80,000 fans that fit.
Yeah, no, but I'm sure they're doing quite a few.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think you get paid to do this when you're an extra.
Oh,
it's just
why not?
Because then you got to be in the actors union. I think this is just a fun thing for you to do.
Well, that seems wrong.
So some people are missing work on Friday to go.
This Friday?
Yes.
Ugh.
I'm gonna just crash it.
You should just go with them.
I did take Friday off, and I'm not in the movie.
Everyone probably, your boss probably thinks, oh, Shannon's in the movie too.
Will you bail me out of jail?
Wait, how many people are missing work on Friday? Maybe you should go in.
Only a couple, don't worry. The office is covered. It's okay. But no, I'm jealous. And then not my direct boss, but like my boss's boss, his wife's in it with a couple of her friends. I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. I should have filled it out.
You really should have. I don't know what you're thinking. You also should have sent it to me.
I know. And Anthony.
I could have took off Friday.
Yeah, I know. I'm so disappointed in myself.
Shame on you.
And I love Hallmark movies, so even though
shame on your firstborn.
Even though like you wouldn't even barely see me in the stands, you know how awesome you to know I was there. I know, I should go crash it.
I don't know if you'd probably get through security.
Just bail me out of jail. I'm just gonna make a run for it. With my Lee, I'll be like hobbling and be like, hey.
Yeah, well, I get out of work. Oh, I have a tattoo appointment after work. I'm gonna have to get you after that. It's gonna be like 6 or 7.
You would let me rot until then in jail?
I can't leave work.
Your tattoo appointment's more important than your mother?
Yes, it's been rescheduled 2 times. You'll still be there when I get out.
I'm offended. Can you take down your pants? We were doing laundry. We don't have a laundry room.
It just looks like a black sheet.
I just noticed there's a weird thing there.
It's fine.
There's pants in the background. Oh, see this lovely cat lily your cat's trying to chew it.
See this lovely flower?
Her boyfriend got that for her.
I got a rose.
It was very nice
like
of
I'm
him.
in The Bachelor. Will you accept this rose?
She actually said no.
Yeah, I did.
But then she ran away with it.
Yeah. Trying to close the door on him. He didn't leave.
So then she said yes. All right, ready for the news with Shannon?
News with Shannon.
So this is from Unbelievable Facts. A man stranded in the northern Saskatchewan wilderness cut down 4 power poles with an axe to trigger a power outage, knowing utility workers would come to investigate. His plan worked, and he was rescued after spending days in the woods without help. So, I mean, that's smart if you have an axe.
Smart.
But if you know where the power lines were, couldn't you just follow them until eventually you see civilization?
We don't know how far it is. What if he's injured?
Well,
what if he
that's
couldn't
true.
walk?
Well, he's able enough to cut down power lines. Power poles.
I don't
know. Anyway, but it was
What
smart.
if it was like what if you knew it was like 30 miles?
Or like the Adirondack Mountains, you know how they're...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I could see cutting it down. With my luck, I'd get electrocuted and die. But,
Yeah,
you know.
it wouldn't work out well for you.
Probably not. So scientists discover humans glow and that the light goes out when we die.
I don't believe this.
So the human eye, I've been seeing it was been all over like Facebook. The human eye can't see it, but we actually glow, and then the glow goes out.
How do they know that we glow?
Because they use AI or something? I don't know.
What?
Special cameras?
I don't believe it.
Heat sensor cameras?
I don't believe in science.
What? Okay. Are you a flat earther? Please tell me you're not a
The
flat
Earth
earther.
is flat.
It's round. You go to space, it looks town. Conspiracy town.
Photoshop.
Oh God. Okay.
We've never been to space.
Okay. This is not a conspiracy podcast. You need to go on to another. Though I think your brother should do a conspiracy podcast.
You really should. I think I don't know. He might go a little off the rails a bit.
So, did you hear about this? You know when Oprah Winfrey was the first one that gave out like big prizes to people?
Oh, was she?
She was. So after Oprah's famous, you get a car episode, that's how she kind of talked. I just did a bad job of it, but that's what she
That
did.
didn't seem right.
Okay. So she gave away 276 cars worth $7.6 million.
Oh.
But many winners complained because they couldn't afford to pay the tax on it. So you still have to pay tax on winnings.
Oh.
So it was $6 to $7 grand gift tax that they had to pay themselves.
Oh.
So a lot of people didn't.
I would rather not get the car.
Yes.
Can I have some of the money?
I don't know. So this one is just for you, but I kind of cut off what I wanted to share. I did.
Rude.
So a man named Mats rescued an orphaned otter, Leia,
Oh.
in Sweden. He helped her recover, and after being released into the wild, Leia continues to visit him, and now she greets him every time. Look at them.
Oh, that's adorable.
I just thought it was like a little heartwarming story that you think was cute.
Yeah. And I've heard otters can be nasty.
They can be. So everyone expected her to live freely in the rivers and lakes, but what happened next surprised everyone.
What?
Leia didn't forget Mats. They thought she would just live freely and forget. She started coming back to see him, and every time he visited, she greeted him with joy. This showed how strong the connection is between man and animal.
Okay.
I think AI wrote that.
Yeah, what?
It was a little bit funny.
I don't know. This cat keeps biting me when I'm trying to pet it.
And I
So
tried to pet her, and she bit my watch, so...
yeah, she's still here.
So there's one more thing I need to address in my news.
What do you need to address?
People are fucking around, and now they're going to find out.
What?
Annabelle was on tour.
Oh.
I am so against this. The Warrens said she should never be moved.
Yeah.
And then she was in New Orleans, and then
There was a fire.
there's a
right?
fire, and 9 like dangerous prisoners that escaped out of a New Orleans prison.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want that bad mojo.
I don't want her here, like in New York. And
I'm
well,
sure
she
she'll
is
be
from
in
New York.
here.
So I did want to say the doo-doo-doo. I just wanted to say where it's at. I don't know.
You're not even prepared.
This was like a last minute thing, so I've been looking her up. So the Warrens, basically, she just said, don't take her anywhere. She should not be moved at all. And because the museum shut down after her passing, because the town didn't want the museum there anymore, some guy from Vegas took her. And now it's a whole thing. It's Nesper, it's called, or something.
Wait, weren't we just talking about this? Isn't it some guy with Ghostbusters or something about
Yeah, it
that?
says Nesper on here. Here's like, I have a photo of the Warrens here, Lorraine and Ed Warren.
Oh, I saw a trailer
she's-
while we're at the movies for the new Conjuring movie.
Uh-huh.
It looks scary.
Oh, it's
can't
gonna
wait
be
to see
based
it.
again off all the true facts.
They're
and
like,
then they
oh,
embellish.
this is the one. Yeah, this is the one that made them stop or something like that.
It is, and they have live footage with live stuff on there.
No, that's what I hate though. Like I can't listen to it like at the end when they play like the live stuff. That's
See, I
what
want to
gets
hear
me.
that.
No, that's what scares me because then it makes it more real.
So it says that the Warren said that she should never be moved, and then what they did in their museum is they had a priest bless everything 3 times a day, and then this Nesper people, they've already taken her out of her case, even though there's a priest there. They still taken her out,
They shouldn't
and then
touch her.
even though the Warren specifically made a special case for her.
You didn't say like to never touch her. Or
Yeah, and it
anything,
says do not never touch her. They're taking her out. Now they made a new case for her. They said, oh, they're taking, special.
Why would they do it? Because they don't believe it.
I don't think they believe it.
No.
Even though they're the Ghostbuster people, they don't believe it. I don't know. I'm very, I just hope she doesn't come anywhere local, and I don't want to be anywhere near her.
Me either.
Don't mess with the evil things. I don't know.
Nope.
So that is the end of my news. I should have ended though with the otter because now I'm freaked out
Yeah,
thinking
you
about
scared
Annabelle.
me now.
I'm a little scared.
We'll move on to
Oh, can I
Reddit.
tell you what happened to my boss? So speaking of scary things.
Oh no, she possessed.
No. What the heck? So she went to a conference in Cooperstown, New York, and at the hotel, I guess there's been talkings of like it's slightly haunted. So she's like, oh, I hope not. So at her hotel, she because she's a little nervous and she's, a woman traveling alone, she always opens up her curtains, opens up the bathroom, the shower curtain, closet, has everything open. She went out to dinner, went to whatever, comes back. She's talking on the phone with her kids and things, and the bathroom door shuts. So she goes, opens it, and then she goes, shuts again.
No.
she opens it, shows a chair there to keep it open, and gets in bed. She wouldn't let her husband hang up with her until she fell asleep.
Oh my gosh.
But she's like, it's full. There's a conference. There's literally nowhere else to go.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Wait, where was she?
Cooperstown at a certain hotel.
Oh.
I forgot. She told me the name, but I forgot what it was. I'm sure there's only a couple hotels in that area. But that's freaky. I just know I don't want to stay there.
No. Make sure we ever stay in that area.
She was like, if something else happens, I'm sleeping in my car.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, that's so scary.
Ugh.
I'm like, well, the ghost wanted privacy in the bathroom.
Yeah, let the ghost have some privacy.
Wouldn't you? I know that the one girl was like, wouldn't you freak out if you thought you hear the toilet flush? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd be out. Okay. I'd be so scared.
Yeah.
That's just funny. I'm like, oh, it's just like when you're first dating, you have someone, stay on the line with you till you fall asleep. Get down. So we're spraying our cat with water because he's trying to push down the computer.
You narrating.
Sit down.
Spray him again. You're not threatening enough.
Get down, Nico. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because I
Gotta show
feel
him you're
bad.
serious. You shouldn't be on the table.
Well, he shouldn't, but he's a big fluffy baby.
He's the oldest. No, he's not the oldest cat in the house.
No, Mojo's
he's the
oldest
second oldest cat in the house.
Mojo's the one that has no teeth and looks like a little grumpy old man with his little toothless face.
Yeah.
He's cute.
I think he's dying because the other cats are trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's old.
So, we must get rid of the old and the weak.
I know I had to put him in my room the other day because the cats just wouldn't leave him alone. I felt bad for him. Like, what are they doing? Why are they attacking him?
Because he's weak.
Okay, why is your cat biting me?
Because that's how she shows affection.
Okay, okay, I gotta release my hand.
All right, we're moving on. We're done with this.
All right.
I also realized I never even explained what that book was about, but we're done.
I ruined this episode by talking about Annabelle. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hold on. I'm finding it. All right, we're here. Okay. This is from r/AITAH, posted by patient_art4006. Am I the asshole for refusing to give my boyfriend children because he won't marry me?
No, I guess if that's important to you for you to have kids that first and be married, I'd say no, you're not the asshole.
All right. My boyfriend, 33 male, and I, 31 female, have been dating for 7 years. Early on, we talked about marriage, kids, a house, the whole shebang. I like kids, and I think I'd be a good mother. I like to have children, but I wouldn't be upset if I didn't have any. I'm happy with my life as it is, and I could be happy with children as well. My boyfriend has always dreamed of being a dad and recently suggested that we're in a place to start trying for some. I was a little confused by this. I told him early on, within the first year, that I would never have children with a man that I'm not married to. I feel like children are a much bigger commitment than marriage, so marriage should come first. Additionally, if a man doesn't love me and isn't committed enough to spend the rest of our lives together, I don't see why I wouldn't make the sacrifice of bearing his children. Maybe it's old-fashioned of me, and I explained all of this to him once again. He was awkward and said he just doesn't want to get married. He said that men get screwed over in divorces all the time. He just doesn't think marriage is important or a smart choice. I said that's fine. We don't have to get married. I'm happy with our life as it is. We just won't be buying a house together or having children together. We can each buy our own house and live in one and rent out the other. If we aren't getting married, I don't really want to entangle our finances anyways. He blew up at me and said I'm punishing him for not waiting to marry him. I said I'm not, just having children outside of marriage goes outside of my personal values. I also told him that since he's super against the idea of marriage, I'm not going to marry him, just to shut up for a ring. And he would only give me because he wants kids. I want him to want to marry me, and if not, that's okay. Children and marriage are off the table for us. If he wants kids now, he needs to leave me and find someone who will have kids for him without expecting any stability in return. And maybe I could find someone who wants to marry me, or maybe not have kids. I said all this to him. He's been very distressed and emotionally distraught. He has a disease that is very much so limits his life expectancy. He has said that if he doesn't have kids as soon as possible, he probably shouldn't have them at all, because otherwise he won't be able to see them into an adulthood. Am I the asshole?
I'm going to still say no.
No.
You both have to be on the same page. Like, you don't have to be married to have kids, but that's what she wants. So, since that's what she wants, they have to have a serious conversation, and maybe they shouldn't be together if they really have different expectations. Doesn't mean anyone's, like, bad or wrong.
I agree.
You just want different things in life. I mean, I feel bad for him, and I feel like he's feeling like he's on a timeline.
But
does he just want kids with anyone?
Yeah.
Or does he
just want kids to have kids?
Right.
Then, I don't know, he should have been more upfront, like, I want to have kids young when they started dating then.
Exactly.
Because I have this disease, I want to have kids when I'm young.
Because I'm thinking, like, if he thought he had longer time, would he even be with her? Does he not, if he doesn't want to marry her?
I don't know.
Like, I'm not sure what his holdup is. So that's what's making me feel like maybe he just feels rushed to have kids and he's not thinking about her.
Maybe.
But, yeah. I mean, if you're choosing the mother of your child, it's okay if you don't want to be married, but that's also a serious conversation.
Yeah, you both have to be on the same page.
Absolutely.
Top comment, not the asshole. Just because he's sick doesn't mean he's entitled to change someone else's values just to give his life a sense of meaning, especially not through emotional manipulation and trying to guilt trip you into compliance. You even offered him the option to leave and have children with someone else, yet it's clear he just wants the most convenient way to immediately satisfy his desire to have kids. Parenting responsibilities or the child's well-being don't actually seem to be his focus. Honestly, even if you were married, it doesn't sound like he'd be much of a father.
I wouldn't go that far. Geez, that's hard.
That's pretty hard.
That was coming towards him. No, I do worry, like, and then is this a genetic disorder? So maybe even if you do get, like, you want children, maybe you should adopt, like, maybe that you wouldn't want to pass this on if there's a chance to.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so I don't know. Again, we don't know his circumstance, but either way, in a relationship, you have to be on the same page.
Yes, I agree.
Like, if you never want to get married, that should be a conversation early on in your relationship. Like, look, I never want to get married, but I do want kids.
Yeah, I think that should be something you talk about kind of early on.
And it's also okay. Sometimes people get mad, like, oh, my boyfriend changed. Now he wants to get married. People also change and grow, but you have to be open with communication. And if one person wants it and one person doesn't, then that's when you kind of, like, you have to decide.
What's more important.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be right or not happy. You both can be happy, just not that you just needed a new relationship.
All right. We're going to r/relationships now, keeping on the marriage theme, posted by Amber_Orchard 03.
Okay. Sorry, I'm a fidgeter.
Except touching everything, my gosh. No one needs to see your claw clip.
The claw rules us all.
Okay. That's what was going through my head when I saw one of those, the heavy pickup days. This guy, they operate the little, the arm. They picked up this couch with the claw and then moved it into the can.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be thinking
like
of
the
Toy Story
claw.
2. The claw rules us all. Okay.
Anyway.
It decides who stays, who goes.
My boyfriend, 25 male, refuses to marry me, 22 female, until we are in our 50s. I don't know what to do.
That's weird. All right.
I've been dating my boyfriend for a little over a year, but we dated for about a year before becoming official. As the years have passed, obviously conversations have popped up, such as, what are our thoughts on having children? When might be the appropriate length of time to move in together? And finally, marriage. We were both in this relationship for the long run. Neither of us have dated casually. We're looking for long-term relationships when we met. About 6 months ago, the topic of marriage came up. Not because either of us want to get married now, but because I hope to one day get married in the future, within the next 10 years or so. My boyfriend responded by saying something along the lines of, only when I'm in my 50s or later.
What?
I thought he he was joking.
I would too.
I really believed he was pulling my leg until he made it really clear he was being deadly serious. I was a little upset, but I wanted to understand why. His reasoning for doing so was because he didn't want to conform to society's norms.
Okay.
He said many people play by the book, and he believes people should break that. That our love shouldn't be defined by a legally binding contract, and that after people marry, it all goes downhill from there. I explained that I didn't view marriage that way, that I viewed marriage as two people making eternal promises to one another, and that making vows and sharing a day where we can celebrate our relationship is very important to me. And of course, ever since I was a little girl, I always fantasized about the dress and the ring. He replied with, if it's a day you want, I'll throw you a party. I'll get you a ring so you can tell people we're married, but I'm not getting married until late.
No! What?
Just like the fake wedding.
Okay, so yes, I want to lie to everybody to make you happy. Like, it's weird.
Since this conversation, we've had the same discussion about 5 times over for the last 6 months. I always end up burying my head in the sand and hoping by the next time he has changed his opinion, even if it's only a little. But nothing has changed. And he is very set on his opinion. I even spoke to my mother and stepfather about it, who themselves didn't marry until they were both 55. And they say it's just an age thing. He'll grow out of it in the next 5 years. But I don't know if I can see that happening. I don't understand why he's being so stubborn about it being so late in life. He still says he wants to marry, just not until then. Other information I do feel is important to add is that his parents are divorced, so are mine, and divorced when he was 17. From what I know, it was quite turbulent split, and his mother claims she left it later than she should have. Other than that, our relationship is strong. Arguments are rare, and I'm very close with his family and friends. I do love him dearly. I don't want this to be the end of our relationship, but this is something I've always wanted to fulfill in my life, and something I believe is a very important aspect of a relationship. The thought of staying with him for the rest of my life and never getting married has crossed my mind. I don't want to be bitter or resentful in 30 years' time because he deprived me of being able to marry while I get to watch all my friends and family get married. But the thought of leaving him to find someone who can give me these things and living without him is just as bitter.
Okay, is that it?
There's a little edit, but do you want to respond?
Yeah. I think to her, what's more important? Like, do you really want to be married, let's say, in the next 2 years? Because you know what? Wouldn't wait for someone to change. When they tell you something, I believe them. So if he wants to wait till he's 50 to be married.
He's going to wait 25 more years until he gets married.
So if that's not what she wants, then you have to part ways. Like,
yeah.
It's just a conversation. And it's not about, like, I hate when people give ultimatums and stuff because that's not healthy. But you can sit down and have an adult conversation.
Like, it's really important to me. I want to get married.
And that's when you say, okay, if you truly feel this way, that's okay. I truly feel this other way. I really would like to be married. So I guess we have to split up. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I want different things out of my life.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, but for her, is it the meaning of marriage or is it the dress and the party?
Yeah. Or is it like, she doesn't want to see her friends get married and then she's not married?
Yeah, I mean, she sounds kind of young to me too.
Well, she's 22.
Okay, she's 22. So, I don't know. I wouldn't wait around, though, because you have to kind of believe him if he doesn't really want to get married until later in life.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have to wonder what her real reasoning is behind it.
Well, I think it's probably just like, I don't know, anyone else. She wants to get married. She wants the dress, the ring, but she wants him to want that too.
Right, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's where you have that conversation. Like, look, I'm not, like, you could talk to him and say, look, I'm not looking to get married, like, next year. But if the plan is to not get married until
25 years?
Until 25 years.
I can wait 5
want
but
that.
not 25.
Yeah. So, okay, what's the edit?
First, we're going to do top comment.
Okay.
Girl, he doesn't want to marry you. Then someone replied with, yep, my husband apparently used to tell people he didn't want to get married. But after he started dating me, he proposed after 2 years. If he wants to, he will.
That's true.
Edit. Wow, I don't know how many people will see this update, but I'm overwhelmed by how many people have commented. Pretty much all the same things. Some just a little more hurtful than others.
Yeah.
Some really motivating. Overall, after reading all the comments, I feel small, like really small and stupid. I don't know how I'll be able to reply without getting really upset, so I guess this is my reply. I feel incredibly insecure and honestly too embarrassed to reply to a lot of these comments on here. So to those who do just want the best outcome for me, I really appreciate your heartfelt advice and time. Thanks to everyone for your input. I never expected to get so many comments.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
And it was like the most recent update? Nothing else?
I'll look on her page real quick and see
Okay.
if there's anything there.
You're very cute, Alice.
No, they both live in the UK at the moment, and they're both moving to Australia for work in the next year.
Okay. Maybe they work at the same company or something?
Maybe. But yeah, nothing really. Ooh.
What?
Oh, no. Okay.
Get my hopes up.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they have to really have that serious conversation. And I don't think she's ready for that yet either. You don't want to waste your time. Because honestly, if he's afraid to lose you and he doesn't want you to be with anyone else, he's going to want to marry you.
Yep.
I would think. Or he'd just be honest and say, I never want to get married, but I want to be committed to you. Like, you still have a conversation.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's not real conversations. Oh, I want to wait 25 years.
Yeah. I want to be 50. Maybe we'll get married. Or maybe a little later.
Maybe.
Because, it just all goes downhill once we get married.
Yeah. I don't know. That seems weird.
Yeah.
I say, do you think this relationship will last? I don't think it's going to.
No, I don't think so. I think it's, yeah. He doesn't, I don't know. He might change his mind if he's dating someone else.
Yeah. Could you imagine you with this person for like 4 years?
What if they're together for 10? She wants to get married, so she finally calls it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's scrolling on social media 2 years later, sees he's married.
You've been piss her off. It just means you weren't the right one for him. And that means he's someone else
That
wonderful
makes
for
me
you.
so angry.
Well, yes, but I've heard those stories on Reddit too.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't want kids. So you break up, then he has a baby with someone else.
Yeah.
I've seen that too.
Yeah.
It just means you're not the one that he wants to do these things with. It's sad, but you gotta move on. It means there's someone better for you as well.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We're sticking with this theme. I think Amanda's bridal shower
Okay.
set the tone for this.
Set the tone for all the wedding stuff.
Yeah, I hope her marriage is the opposite of all these stories.
Yes, I just hope Amanda's not on here on Reddit for some of this advice.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, they're getting married, so Tyler doesn't want to wait till he's 50.
So that's good.
What was the first one?
Oh my god, I'm like a
Kids
goldfish. Yeah.
didn't want to get married. So see, none of these
He
problems she
wanted
has.
kids before marriage. So yes, those are problems she does not have. So thank goodness.
Yep. All right. So we're going back to AITAH, was by Hot Specialist 5253. My boyfriend posted my marriage requirements on Reddit. Here's the real story.
Oh, so this is a double answer to a post. Ooh, so we're gonna go to the original post or real story first?
Well, she goes through. Could not find the original post.
Okay.
But she will mention the rules he posted.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let me clear the air since my boyfriend decided to make me sound like a dictator on Reddit. Yes, I have some requirements for marriage. But before y'all grab your popcorn and start calling me a control freak, let me give you some context. So I'm from a more conservative, rural background. He's from the city, educated, and a former playboy. His words, not mine. I was a top student. He was, well, let's just say he was majoring in extracurriculars.
Oh, okay.
Now my family raised me in a loving, stable environment. His, not so much. He grew up with parents who treated every day like a UFC match. So yeah, when I talk about stability and setting boundaries, it's not because I want to clip his wings. It's because I know what a healthy relationship looks like, and I want us to build one.
Okay.
Now, about those rules he mentioned. A, going through his phone every now and then. Not because I'm a spy, but because trust isn't built overnight, especially when your boyfriend has more exes than I have cousins.
Oh my god. Okay.
B, no mention of the education gap. I'm not insecure. I just don't need a TED Talk every time we discuss something.
Okay. Maybe they shouldn't get married.
Yeah, this just seems very wrong for each other.
They might not be compatible.
C, no stubbornness.
What? That's
Woman always right.
No. Okay.
Not always right, but come on, 90% of the time. Let's be real.
She might not be wrong, but still.
D, no female friends except for work. I didn't say no female friends, just no random girls popping up at 3 a.m. like, hey, wanna hang?
Yeah, nope. I agree with that one.
E, no intelligence flex.
What? Oh.
He can decide things. Just don't act like he's discovered the theory of relativity every time he reads a self-help book. I don't think she likes him.
I don't think she should
I get
marry
that
him.
annoyed every time someone's talking about something. I just don't think you're meant to be together.
Well, right, like don't do a TED Talk, then don't do this.
Don't talk about how you're more educated.
Okay.
All right. F, no jobs abroad unless it aligns with me. Look, I moved for college. I could move again, but it has to be for something solid, not like a 2-week startup gig in the desert.
Oh, please. If I was married and someone's like, oh, we have to move to Switzerland. Okay.
G, no independent decisions. Because apparently, hey, let's talk about this now translates to you're under arrest.
What?
H, only moving to the capital if he gets a Ministry of Foreign Affairs job. It's called having a plan, people.
Okay.
I, travel only when necessary. I love traveling. I just don't love him disappearing for weeks without a heads up. Why is he disappearing?
Why is he disappearing? Maybe he needs a
trying to
break.
get away.
I don't know. Maybe he's under house arrest.
Oh my gosh. J, no traveling with friends. When you're in a serious relationship, boys' trips to Ibiza aren't exactly the move.
Well,
Vacation.
that's all I'm thinking about. No vacation for you, buddy.
But now your boyfriend should be allowed to go on vacation with his
Yes, and if you
friends.
don't trust him, then that speaks volumes of your relationship.
Yeah.
You yes, you can go away and there's going to be temptation, but there can be temptation anywhere. You should
Yeah.
trust your person. She doesn't like this man, is what I'm saying.
What if it was like, Z, don't talk to me unless spoken to. Alright. K, no 4-day, 3-day job splits. Because, shocker, I don't want to see my husband more than once a week.
What? She doesn't want to see
actually
him?
want to see my husband.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, why is she even writing this? All right.
Whoops.
Wording does matter.
Okay. L, 1 day per week with friends. That's just common sense. I'm not banning his friends. I'm just saying balance, people. I mean, but like if it's all the time, but like if you're just busy one week.
Yeah.
Because like a friend's in town or
yeah,
something ends up with planning.
Oh, she's limiting that to one. But you could like go see a movie with one friend, and then the other friend you go do dinner or something, or go for drinks.
Sometimes it just happens to all happen at the same week.
Yeah. No,
just how people's schedules work out.
I don't think you're supposed to have rules before you get married.
Yeah. Look, I know how it sounds intense, but we're not just dating to date. We're talking about marriage. I'm not trying to be a drill sergeant. I'm just trying to make sure we're on the same page before we sign up for life.
Oh God. Okay, so I'm assuming she's really, really pretty because that's why he's still with her.
Yeah.
It's not for her personality.
Like supermodel pretty.
Yeah, I think it's like supermodel pretty.
Was it the factor the prettier you are, the little more crazy you are?
The pretty you are, the crazy you are. That's how God balances.
Top comment. You're the asshole.
Yes.
I have no idea what post you're referring to, but this is absolutely delusional. Enjoy being single. Oh, they found it. I didn't see this.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
All right, this was posted on AITAH by current-audience-130.
Okay.
Am I the asshole after ending an engagement because my fiance is giving me these rules?
Oh, so he did break the engagement. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, she didn't say that.
Get away. I feel like he
she
had Stockholm.
She
syndrome.
called him her boyfriend. So maybe he broke off the engagement, but they were still dating, or that's how she interpreted
Maybe
it.
she interpreted it they're still together.
Why wouldn't you want to marry me?
I'm wonderful. Why wouldn't you want to? Just follow these.
Oh, context. I dated a girl for 8 months, promising to marry her if we clicked. We did click, and I'm educated in a liberal city with a degree in political science. She finished engineering, but comes from a rural place where liberal thoughts are very rare. She thinks that there's no such thing as a cultural barrier between us, and her way of doing this is right. She's a conservative, very beautiful, and we spent so much time together and has lots of good qualities that I actually want to marry her, but at the same time, I know that will not work.
So they'd also had good sex. Okay, continue.
So I need your guidance, and here are her requirements to get married. We'll just go through them real quick.
Yep.
A, going through my phone every now and then.
That's fine.
B, no mention of difference in education between us. C, no stubbornness. Woman always right.
Yeah, no.
D, no female friends except work.
That's fine.
E, well, we have female friends.
You can't, but no 3 a.m. call is what she said. So that's why,
Yeah, her
Her interpretation.
Interpreted differently.
Yes.
Unless, E, no intelligence flex. I can't decide on something because I've read about it, or know about it. F, no job or opportunities abroad unless it aligns with her engineering lifestyle. But I guess if you're married, you should both be on the same page for jobs.
Why does he think he's so much more intelligent? She's an engineer. You also have to be smart. So he kind of seems like a dick, too.
But she's made herself seem the same way. She even said she was an engineer.
Yeah, that's true.
G, no independent decisions. Does that refer to everything? Like, I can't decide what I'm having for lunch today. H, only comes to the capital city if I get a job at Ministry of Foreign Affairs. 2 years max. I, travel only when necessary. J, no traveling with friends. K, no 4 days in a specific province and 3 days in home city jobs. L, 1 day per week I can go out with friends, and maybe I can see my friends after work like twice per week.
That's kind of what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think she really clarified much.
No.
She didn't make anything sound better.
The only one that sounded better was the no female friends except work.
Right, because she doesn't want someone calling at 3 a.m., which, again...
That's... Yeah.
I think you should not be with her. I think you should run.
Yeah.
It sounds awful.
Top comment. They're incompatible. Why can't people just accept they're not meant to be together instead of getting into a power struggle? They must all be exhausted.
Though, she made it seem like she didn't like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He at least didn't make it seem that way.
He made it sound like she's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And she made it sound like she also kind of
doesn't really care for him.
Yeah. I don't want to hear him talk about this.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks.
I mean, to be honest, whenever you do read like a self-help book, you are annoying to other people. You kind of like tell everyone about it and how wonderful.
Or when you went to school, you're like, everyone needs therapy.
I still think everyone needs therapy.
Okay.
You need therapy right now.
Well, you're not going to be my therapist.
What? I'm the best person. I birthed you. I know you.
I want to go to someone that doesn't know any of my family so that I could tell them all the wrong things.
Well, see, that's what you're supposed to do, but sometimes then it's just all your perception. It's not anything. Everything could be a lie. Nothing could be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
No, you don't go to pretend you're Alice in Wonderland making up stories.
Yeah.
You have to go for a reason, not just to have fun. It's my story time hour.
Then I'll go to a therapist and tell her all these stories that I've told, and then I think she definitely finds some things wrong with it.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, you don't come home. I find out you're like in a mental hospital. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like, but she was. I know she wasn't that
She's a
bad.
compulsive liar.
No, she thought you were just like story time.
Oh, she's delusional.
Yeah, that's true too.
All right. That's it. Did you want to end with like a little fun one off of the topic?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you had a listener write-in.
No, I never said that.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought we had one waiting for us.
No, we did not have a listener write in.
Oh.
No one's ever written in. No one's ever written in. Their own
Written. I thought you had a listener share a story.
Yeah, we started with that one.
Oh,
Okay.
My gosh, you're so technical.
Well, they mean completely different things.
I guess you are right.
I know.
But you knew what I
Women
meant.
always right.
I'm also a woman. I don't need a TED Talk right now.
Decisions. You can't decide what I told you.
Oh my god. I don't need to know that you're smarter than me.
Yeah. Don't talk about your schooling.
Actually, I have my master's. You don't.
Told you not to bring that up. All right. This is coming from 2 Hot Takes, posted by accomplished-cow. 911.
That's interesting.
I'm gonna call cow. Am I the asshole for taking a sex toy that wasn't mine?
Ew! Ew! No, you might be disgusting, but no. Ew. Unless it's in a package. You know, then okay. I still would think it was probably used. So I just would not, but okay.
Me, 19, and my boyfriend, 21, are long distance. Only by 3.5 hours, but that can be a lot with school and work. I went to go see him this past weekend to present him with his senior ring. We decided to go shopping, which we like to do together, and we both got some things, including 2 sex toys. I bought one, and he bought the other. To be clear, these were bought with the intention that I would use them. The day comes around that I have to leave and go to work, so I pack up my stuff, drop him off at school, and then go back to the apartment to grab my stuff. I wanted to grab the sex toys because... ... It went along with my day. He calls me when he gets home and is super pissed. He says he saw that I took the toys and is mad that I didn't leave them at his place. I'm really non-responsive when it comes to being yelled at, so I say nothing. We haven't really spoken the rest of the day, and I don't know what to think. I already apologized for misunderstanding and was met with silence. I'm kind of confused. I want an outside opinion. Some added context, I've taken toys home before that he has bought for me. I don't typically ask permission because these are bought for me. He's never reacted this way about this. My boyfriend is trans. He's been socially transitioning for our entire 2-year relationship. His yelling and screaming, he had a slightly raised tone. He didn't cut me off and hang up when we said goodbye, with the reason he was going to do work. He normally takes breaks from doing homework to FaceTime me, but didn't yesterday. I do drive the 3.5 hours to see him almost every weekend. I really think it's more of an insecurity thing because of his transition. He hasn't been widely accepted. I can't think of anything else, but I guess I'll edit again if I do.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, I don't know why. I'd want to know why my boyfriend's freaking out that I took them, unless he wanted to use them.
Maybe, but then I would also think, well, I don't know if she's taken them before and it has been a problem.
Right? Why is it a problem this time?
Unless he was planning to use them with someone else.
That's what I was wondering too.
Yeah. Yeah, so top comment. Why did he get upset they're gone? There's 3 possibilities. 1, he wanted to use them with someone else. 2, he has OCD and prefers them in a certain place. 3, he doesn't want you to use them without him. If my girlfriend used toys we bought, that'd be okay with me. You just have to ask him why he got mad and communicate. OP responded. It definitely isn't the first 2. I could maybe see the 3rd one, but we have other ones we don't use together. And to your point, we normally communicate well. This just seems like a big reaction to something seemingly small. I've apologized and have been trying to have this conversation, but he just keeps saying he has some homework to do, then hangs up.
Oh. Maybe he does want to use them with someone else. He thought they would be left there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings me to a topic like, I don't want TMI, but let's say there's I have a toy drawer, let's say, or toys or whatever. Would you, when you're dating someone, if they have toys that you didn't buy together, would you want to use them? Because I feel like, did he use them with someone else? Why are these toys at his house? We didn't buy them together. Is it brand new?
No, ew.
That's what I mean. So many questions. Like, I'm not saying I'm against toys. I'm saying I'm against toys that I don't know, where did you get those toys
How
from?
I had those.
Yeah, like
Who?
where did you get them? And like, it was like, yeah, I cleaned them. No, I want my own
fresh.
toys. Fresh, brand new,
I
out
want
of
to,
the package.
just like when I get a tattoo, I want to see you open that needle package. I want to see you open that.
Yes. Absolutely. There needs to be
I don't want to
cleanliness.
see my artist describing a needle off a drawer.
Would you stop it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because you might feel like, I don't know what to say.
Wait, is that blood in there too?
No, it's red dye from someone else.
Why is there 5 of them just all together?
Yeah, you're right. You want to know everything is clean and sterilized.
Yeah.
Just like the toy. You don't want just random toy coming out.
Whoa, where'd that come from?
Because, I was thinking if you were going to use it with someone else.
You said he's using it on both of them.
Yeah. He just puts it back in the package each time. Because some of those packages you
Gross.
can...
Doesn't even clean it.
Oh, okay. That's disgusting. That's an infection waiting to happen.
Gross.
Could get an STI, but definitely infection waiting to happen. Ew, that's gross. Well, I was even thinking, and then it made me think of 50 Shades of Grey. He had a whole room of different toys. Like, he used those with other women, too.
Disgusting.
That's gross. I'm like,
even if they're, I don't know, sanitized properly, just no.
No. They need to be fresh and new.
Yeah. Maybe he had a collection. He had his own red room.
No. Still need to be fresh and new. Is that it?
Yeah. One thing is like so a lot of people are saying he's cheating. She's like, he has no time to cheat.
People find time to cheat all the time. That's the first thing people say. I don't know when. They don't have time. Trust me, if someone wants to cheat, they find time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you so much for enjoying us today. For joining us. Okay. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Too much toy talk. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yikes.
Oh, God.
A teaser for next week. My boyfriend wears his best friend's underwear all the time.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
So come back next week if you want to hear that one.
Yes. And where can they find us?
You
You can find us on pretty much wherever you find podcasts. You can also find us on Instagram at the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast.
Or you can cross post onto _cats and dogs _pod. Currently, I'm the only member. Please join.
I don't think I'm a member.
No, it's just me.
But I thought someone's reposted on there at least.
Just me.
And follow, and subscribe, please. And leave a comment, only positive. Don't write anything negative. We already, if you've thought about it, we've already thought about negativity ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't need that negativity in our lives.
Just like my fears of lawnmowers. I've had those thoughts.
Like, what exactly is your fear with the lawnmower?
Something will happen and you'll get all shredded up by it. It happens.
That's more like big farm equipment. Like, I don't...
Oh my gosh, I was driving home today and it didn't even look like stable. This giant tractor where I feel like I could drive my car underneath it.
Oh, those really tall
the really
ones?
big ones, but it's like really small on top and it's just these giant thin wheels.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what do you do with that thing?
I don't know. I've seen those. I don't know.
What do you do with
it? Feels like you should attach to something else
Yeah,
bigger.
like I could drive my whole car into here.
Yeah, don't do it.
It'd be fun.
For once, you might be the last time you do something like that.
That's true.
Or do anything like that. But don't do it. All right. Be safe, everyone. Be kind. And if you're living in the city near Annabelle, please don't go visit her. I feel like it's scary. All right. Have a good week and be kind.
Bye.
Bye.
No.
No?
Bye.
Bye.